G'day guys, are you looking for data-driven ratings for an upcoming race across all runners that are proven to help you find winning chances? Well, that is what the Punting Form database is all about. The ratings are used by professional punters across the world, certainly in Australia, and professional betting syndicates as well use this data to help them with their form and help them beat the market. You can too. At only $59 a month, you get access to over 20 exclusive Punting Form ratings, some of which are betting strategies that win just with one number, which is the PF score, but there are so many different ways to cut a race and do form. I'm going to walk you through 3 examples today of how I use the ratings to find value in the betting markets. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get into it. We are going to look at Rosehill as an example, and they've got the Magic Millions this weekend on the Gold Coast. I like Rosehill Race 7 as a good example to look at just how deep the Punting Form ratings database is. I'm just going to try to cross-reference a few of my notes here on my second screen, and also be aware that the ratings data here, so we're looking at the top here, this is your standard sort of form view, which you'd all be familiar with, and the ratings is a lot of the Punting Form secret sauce, and there's over 20 ratings here that's evolved over time, right? The Punting Form database is used by some of the smartest, most sophisticated, most successful punters across the globe, both individuals and syndicates, and they make requests to the database to continually evolve, as it has for the last 11 or 12 years. And the database is based on over 1 million runs, right? Between Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore, and now North America. There's so many individually sectional time horses that have been profiled every 200 meters of every race. And these ratings are a different way to cut all of that data to be more ingestible and help punters find an edge. That's the whole premise of the Punting Form database. And I just wanted to share too that the starter subscribers get access to most of this. So the benchmark data here, I'm a professional subscriber logged in at the moment, and I'm privy to the delicious benchmark data here, but that's available only to professionals. However, the ratings data and the basics that you get as a starter subscriber is really quite exceptional. You get the top 4 performers widget here, and you get the speed map, which is also exceptional and includes ratings data on it as well. I love a map edge. And the top 4 performers widget, you get all of these ratings information here too. My favorites being, and you hear me talk about these a lot, both in the YouTube videos and the emails, are the PF score, the neural price, the favored map position, and then you've got some of these others that are we're putting to the forefront here, which is obviously the early speed rank, seeing that early speed out of the gate. That's from the barrier to the 600 meter marker. And we've got the race time price, late speed, obviously closing speed, and the weight class price are just some of the ratings that are put forward on the top 4 performers widget. And then if you keep scrolling on this, you can get the jockey data, trainer data, which I also love, and then into the benchmarks. But the ratings, you're getting, as a starter subscriber, you're getting access to over 5,000 races per month, which include over 20 ratings and ranks per race. Early speed, predicted settle positions, map positions, sectional and overall time performances, and the trainer jockey stuff, which I just showed you. For the early speed, settle and map positions, we take historical performances for each runner and apply an algorithm to determine each runner's settling position. So you can see the settling positions here. And there's normally raw data, and then it's you see the ranking as well. So you see the neural rank and also the neural price. So, a lot of different data views are put forward in prices and then also ranked according to that, which just makes it really easy to sort and filter. So we take historical performances for each runner and apply an algorithm to determine their historical settle position, their run style, early speed to the 600, and then we blend these ratings with track, rail, and barrier range data since 2014. So we've got 9 years there where you're blending how horses performed historically versus where they're going, who they're racing against, on what track, from which gate, and how they're suited that way. So, yeah, it's incredibly comprehensive database here. See if I'm missing anything else that I want to highlight. The PF score is something that I highlight in a separate video. It's a winning strategy just by itself when you can find a horse that's PF score is 96 and above. That's one of the simplest betting strategies you'll find using the Punting Form ratings. If you're interested in that, watch a video on that. The neural price is another algorithm from Punting Form that ingests multiple different data points to create a neural price, which is great to compare against the market. What else? Yeah, I love the stable data as well that we have, which is another way to see which jockeys are in form. I'm going to look at Zach Lloyd in a second and why I like Baby Rider here. And then also we've got the trainers by themselves, and then we've got the combination of a trainer and a jockey, which is a great segue here to why I like Baby Rider. Bjorn Baker and Zach Lloyd, obviously this is a small sample size, but they beat the market by 208% when they team up. Zach Lloyd by himself is a really pronounced jockey here with a career of 1.06, so it's A2E. He beats the market by 6% across his career. His last 100 rides, he's beating it by 13%. That's how you interpret this information. You can see Baby Rider just in those Bjorn Baker colours there is standing out across multiple different ratings factors. So we've got the PF score, really strong. The Neural Price is the favourite. Early speed ranks, obviously it comes out the gate well. Race time price there as well. And it's populating here in the weight class price. And if we scroll across, you're going to find Baby Rider standing out in multiple different ratings views. And that is why I like it as a bet versus the $5.50. So the market price is $5.50. And another place to get this, appreciate I'm jumping all over the place here, but if I go to the worksheet, which is one of the ways that I analyze a race immediately, because I can sort the field by the market prices and see if there's any pronounced edges versus the Neural Price. That's the default that I've got it set at. But you can easily, and the purpose of a worksheet is to actually put forward your prices. So if you're making your own ratings, it's really easy to combine your Excel docs or your Scribble and put it straight into the Punting Form database and measure that against the market. So Baby Rider here clearly stands out versus the $5.50 in the market. And then looking at it from the ratings view, we saw that it's got great early speed. It's ranked 1 for the Neural rank. And just stands out across multiple different categories. But yeah, over 2,000 should get a good position and not chew up too much petrol tickets. That's what it means here in terms of early speed rank. Is how comfortably it performs out the gate. And so I really like that horse, particularly with Zach Lloyd riding it. So there's a lot of ticks there. I'm going to go to the Gold Coast now against the markets. I'm trying to find some value here. It's an open race with a significant prize money here up at the Goldie. And then just scrolling down, King of Sparta is obviously a Group 3 winning horse that's had success at the Gold Coast. But for me, it's $1.80 in the market. James McDonald's on it. Which as much as I love J-Mac and is the form jockey in Australia, his success versus the market, he underperforms against the market because there's so much expectation and so much weight on horses that he's riding. So King of Sparta here, the Neural Price is actually $3 based on its performances, jockey, trainer, and benchmarks. And what I like here is Rose Court. So at $9 in the market, obviously I'm ingesting this info from the top 4 performance tally, but I can get it from the ratings view. As well as the worksheet, which I just spoke about. Sorting by the market there, you can see putting it in market order. King of Sparta is negative 23% edge in terms of the Neural Price versus the $1.80, very short. But then looking at the ratings, you can easily make a case for King of Sparta just based on the PF score and the horse's form historically. You see that it stands out across multiple views here, but at $1.80 it seems underpriced, and I like betting for value. Doesn't mean the King of Sparta is going to lose, but it doesn't appear to be a $1.80 horse. It's probably more in that $2 to $2.50 sort of range with J-Mac on and based on its performances. And you see Rose Course just popping up across multiple different ratings views here, and that's what gives me confidence at $9 that it's a great bet. The PF score is really strong. The Neural Price is less. This is one of the first things I'll look at is the Neural Price versus the market odds. And then Mick D I love as a jockey as well. You can see that his career, he's breaking even against the market, but his last 100 rides, he's winning by 29%. Teams up really well with Graham Begg. They beat the market on their last 100 rides by 55% and have an exceptional career record as well. And then if this is some professional data where I've got the fastest last start data, and you can see that King of Sparta is not showing in the top 4 performances for the last start, but Rose Quartz is. So, really competitive numbers that it's producing. And for me, that is a bet at $9. Not to say the King of Spartas, not every chance of winning the race. It just seems too short at $1.80. You might get some better value tomorrow. But at $9, I am with Rose Quartz based on the ratings. And then I'm going to jump to the last race. I think I'm taking on J-Mac again here, which is a bit of a theme for me. Just scrolling down, yeah, so we've had, I'm going with Tyler Schiller in the last. So he rode, we backed Lady Laguna last start, which was a great result. And it had Tyler Schiller on it, and he's been booted off for the great J-Mac. PF score is super strong at 99, but you can see here that the best odds in the market at the moment is $3. The neural price is a little longer than that. Miss Hellfire is $9 in the market, but $6 on the neural price. PF score is also really strong within range of Lady Laguna. And then going across, you can see here that Miss Hellfire is populating in many of the strongest ratings features here. The early speed's decent enough. The race time price is rank 1. It comes home well within range of Lady Laguna there. Not quite there in terms of competitors for the weight class price. So Lady Laguna's been racing in tougher races and performing well. But you can see there Mrs. Hellfire is populating multiple times. And another little combo here is Tyler Schiller with the Snowden stable. They beat the market by 14%. Last start, Mrs. Hellfire was within range of Lady Laguna as well. So completely appreciate that Lady Laguna should be favourite. But again, betting with value at $9. Miss Hellfire is a bet for me there. And yeah, there we have it, guys. So that's just a way to ingest and interpret the rating data. I highly encourage you to sign up for a starter subscription and just play around with the data. Use our glossary. There's a Punting Form glossary that has every single term here that it can explain each of the unique ratings and different ways to use them and interpret them. Obviously, I've got a habit for scrolling just past the ratings view and ingesting things in the top 4 performers tally. I just find the UX just being super clean, and it's really presenting some of that strongest information really easily for me to digest and bet with really strong ratings in a really fast amount of time. And obviously you can you can bet off this information exclusively and quickly as I'm trying to articulate in the video, but this is a great tool to then go through the vision and dig deeper and look at each individual horse and use those ratings for further analysis as well. So any questions, please put them in the video below. Send us an email, support@puntingform.com.au. We love hearing from you. We get great feedback on these videos. Hopefully you find it valuable. And just trying to encourage you to go down the Punting Form rabbit hole and just see that this is the deepest database in racing globally. You'll never find a database for $59 a month as a starter subscriber with this amount of detail and rich information to help you find edges and back winners. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your punting. Cheers.